I guess I can show you guys an update. Made some more progress, of course. Getting there. So yeah, let's see here. So here, we got the floor in, the tub you saw. I put the surround wall on, but I screwed up and I cut this piece of surround wall too short. See the gap in the corner? So I now have to put a bigger piece of aluminum trim on that to cover that up than what I have on the other side. It'll be okay. But yeah, that's all in. This wall is all covered up, paneled in, cut out the hole for the medicine cabinet, put that back in, got my outlets in, but I screwed that up. When I cut the holes for the outlet boxes, where the wires are, I got them staggered. See, that one's higher than that one. So I have a solution for that, and I'll show you later on once I fix it. But so yeah, lights in, of course. That's the new closet flange for the toilet with the repair kit. It's now screwed to the floor. Stainless steel ring, good and strong. I just have to cut a patch panel piece to put into that section right there. My next step in here, anyway, is to paint the ceiling. So I'm going to do that. And then the flooring. I got 2 boxes of flooring. It's probably going to be more than what I need. Yeah, so I can do the flooring. And then in the water heater room, or the utility closet as I call it, I got a lot of stuff done. I built this pad to put the water heater on so that it's higher than the lip of this doorway, so that I can get it in and out of there should I have to. I'm gonna stub the drain hose right out through the wall so I can flush this thing, because this is well water out here, and I found a lot of sludge in the bottom of that water heater when I took it out. It's never been flushed, so I want to be able to flush it. So I'll just drill a hole right through the side of the building, and I'll put a spigot on there, and that way I can flush the hot water heater. This is all, the water line's all secured now. I've got the tub all insulated to retain the heat. The drain is all in and good. This is screwed to the floor, and it's also insulated inside to help retain some of the heat on the hot water heater. Plus, I think I'm going to buy one of those thermal blankets for the hot water heater. Oh, and I got the light installed in here. It's awesome. So all I got to do is just panel this wall. I'll probably do that tonight. And then this room is finished, and I can install all the plumbing. And I'm going to secure, unlike the PEX tubing that was laying in here before that was just in a big pile on the floor, just a twisted up mess, I'm going to CPVC, and I can secure everything to the wall, studs and everything nice and neat like it should be. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I made a lot of progress last night, and that's because I didn't focus on my ex-girlfriend. I'm really struggling with that right now. It's she was a soulmate we had a spiritual connection that very few people ever find. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much details because I could get in trouble. But basically, I've been replaced with a better option. So, in her mind anyway. Nice guys finish last, I guess. So I'm really struggling with that. You know, I cry every day. And there's only been 2 times in my life that I've considered suicide. And this is one of them. So I'm really fighting just to stay above ground. So yeah, I try to bury myself in this, and that's one of the things that's keeping me afloat. This was for her, but apparently she can't handle having a fiance, because that's pretty much what we were. We were sort of engaged. She can't have a fiance that lives in a trailer. Even though I'm going to make it the Taj Mahal to the best of my abilities. And this isn't permanent. The purpose of this purchase, I purchased this trailer for $5,000. Yeah, it's a rat hole. It's not in a very pleasant park. But this is temporary, because her and my goal was to eventually move up north and get a cabin on a lake and spend the rest of our days up there. So this is just a temporary thing after the divorce, after my divorce, so I can get out of the house and get out on my own. And I plan on making major improvements to it, which, yeah, sure, that's going to cost money, which is probably, in her mind, money that I don't spend on her. But then I can turn around in 3-4 years, sell the place, and either break even or make a little bit of a profit. So that was my plan. I thought that was a smart plan. She took one look at this place when I showed it to her, and her direct quote was, "Hell no, this is a deal breaker." I guess she doesn't have the ability, like some of us do as visionaries, to take a diamond in the rough like this and polish it up and turn it into something. That's how I'm wired. I've been that way my whole life. I've had a lot of projects that I've undertaken that people have gone, "What? What were you thinking? That's junk." And now they're masterpieces practically. And this is along those lines. So yeah, she apparently has found a better option that has lots of money, can show her a good time, and I've been kicked to the curb. So now, granted, I'm not blaming it all on her. Like I said in an earlier video, I got too comfortable around her, and I have kind of a splintered around the edges personality at times. I can be a smart ass. I say things without pausing to think. I don't have a filter, they call that. I'm raw, or so to speak. And yeah, I mean, I bothered her because of that. And I guess a person can only take so much. So the last word she said to me in the context of us was, Kenny, you need to take some time to yourself and get your shit straight. And by that, she means get my finances together as a single guy now. Get out of the wife's house. You know, I'm renting the place, and while I'm doing this until I can move in here, get a handle on where I'm at, and do some self-reflection on how I talk to people and how I treat people. And she's right. It's been a problem my whole life where I shoot from the hip and I just say what's on my mind, and I don't think about the consequences. I don't think about if it could hurt somebody, if it could offend somebody. I don't censor myself, put it that way. And I guess in this day and age, with all these people that are so easily offended and whatnot, you have to do that, or you're going to lose some very important people in your life. And I'm starting to realize that. Somebody told me you should never change who you are, because then you lose your sense of individuality and you lose your soul, basically. And I agree with that, but I also agree with, if there's a problem, if there's something about oneself that you notice a pattern, that it pushes a lot of people away, instead of puffing your chest out and saying, take me or leave me, if you want to keep people in your life that you really care about, then you better look at it and say, hey, you know, I might need to make some changes. Sometimes change is good. I think it's too late for me in regards to her, because the new guy that she's with, I'm pretty sure has swept her off her feet by now. But I'm always going to love her. She has lots of flaws, too. But I have the ability to look past people's flaws and not just give up and walk away. I was married for 30 years. I screwed up. And that's why I'm not married anymore. So I have a track record of sticking it out through thick and thin and trying to work through issues. Some people don't. They just run. And they try to find something better. And those people they're going to be on a constant quest their whole lives to find what they're looking for, to find the perfect man, be. My personal opinion is that's coming from selfish um, tendencies. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, through the course of my life and the people I've interacted with, the people have come and gone, I realize that, I got to make some changes too. Or my life's just going to be a revolving door as well, just like hers. So it's going to be a monumental task, but I'll see what I can do. So anyway, on to a more pleasant note. I think the project for tonight is I got to work on this floor. Now, I was not able to get this floor anywhere near level or straight or smooth. So this vinyl flooring might be a problem. It might not go together the way it should, because it's the snap lock kind. And snap lock flooring, from my experience of putting it in at the wife's house, if that floor is not perfectly flat, if there's dips or something, it will not snap together, and it will, if it does snap together and you step on it, it'll break. So I got to take a long, hard look at this with a level and find any areas that are uneven. Try to grind them down. I got a big sanding disc for my grinder. Try to flatten out the humps and the bumps. Make sure all the screws and everything are flush with the floor. My coworker got a hold of some rubber matting, and I might lay that down like an underlayment in the hopes that it'll smooth things out. But I'll have a better idea on what I'm going to do once I bring a 4-foot level in here and start moving it around and see where the humps and the bumps in the floor are. So that's project for tonight, I think. And then I'm gonna start building the vanity for the sink. And I forgot my painter's tape. What time is it, I wonder? I wonder if the hardware store is still open. I don't think so. I forgot my painter's tape, otherwise I would paint the ceiling first. Actually, I can still do it. Yes, I can do it. I'm gonna paint the ceiling. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see what I got left for time. So check in with you later.